Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are taking our broadcast. We bid you welcome once again to Football Action live at the Raymond E. Gishard Technical Center right here in the Rainbow City, Anguilla in the British West Indies. And this evening we've got a match presented for you, the champions of the regular league, the Roaring Lions. In the orange, they will be taking on a very promising team that promised well, especially in the preliminary rounds of the regular league. The Lymers, young and upcoming team, playing in their traditional black and pink. And they were one of the top teams actually coming fourth in the tournament this year, 2022, taking on the Roaring Lions. They are certainly without some of their key players as well, but nevertheless they are here to do battle against the Roaring Lions. They would have played 2 matches so far. My name is Tony Fleming, your commentator this afternoon, and I have to the left side of the right side of me, that is, the man himself, Remy Minute. Minute, good afternoon, good evening, welcome to live coverage of Football Action here at the Raymond E. Gishard Stadium.
Yes, Tony, good evening to everyone. We're happy to be bringing you live football commentary at the Raymond E. Gishard Technical Center. Yes, tonight will be a big one, I want to say. It's a uprising against the Lions. As you know, the Lions has been the leaders in pretty much all the games. And I'm sure the up-and-coming, as you said, Tony, the uprising, they will contest with the Lions tonight. So we're in for a very good treat tonight. So come on down and enjoy this game tonight. And we are looking for goals. I'm sure we'll get to see we have to witness.
Certainly, the referee for this evening's game is Mr. Albert Burton. He is assisted by Tashim Fleming and Kerisia Alt. The fourth official is Monique, and they are the ones who have been placed in charge of this encounter here this evening. And we're certainly looking for some good football here, Minute, between these two teams. Like I mentioned earlier, the Lymers, they did promise very well, especially in the preliminary tournament, in the preliminary rounds of the major tournament here. Acquitted themselves well, but just fell away in the end. And you could easily say that was due to, a lot of variables, because we had a lot of stop-starts in the season. The Roaring Lions, they didn't start out too well at all. At one point, struggling as if they weren't going to make it to the Super Six, the 4, but came together at the back end of things and was really able to pull off winning the championship.
Yes, indeed, Tony. Well said. Yeah, they did struggle and get there. So do the Lymers. They did well. They started very well. I have to say, maybe injuries and all the things will have set them back. But all in all, it has been a very good season so far, Tony. And I must say, the Angola people has come out and support. Up until now, we are still supporting football. Football on the high rise.
Yes, certainly. And it's the Lions with the kickoff. They will be kicking from the left of screen to right. Likewise, the Lymers right of screen to left. Lions with position. Jermaine. Just squeeze it back to at Richardson. Jay. Receiving the pass, but challenged there heavily and could only afford to at least put that one into touch. It's going to be a throw in there to the Lymers FC. Like I said, a pretty young team, and they're looking to really do a number on the Roaring Lions here. The Roaring Lions so far in this tournament has played 1 match, beating their nemesis, the Docks United, 2-1. The Lymers, on the other hand, they would have lost their opening encounter. Here's a good move over there on the left side here by Max Ippenson, but challenged nicely there and dispossessed, but given away there again. A little bit of back and forth in between these two teams, not able to find their footing as yet, but it's the Roaring Lions with the possession so far. Here is Max Cross coming in, but the No brother coming there, Bratcher brother coming and just chasing that one away from Screechy, but ball is with the Roaring Lions again. Here is Jay. He's been closed down very quickly. Here is Dalik. Nicely done there, but the ball is going to be put into touch heavily there by Bratcher. There, we're still waiting for the team sheet, and it's going to be the first corner kick there to be taken by Shamari there for the Roaring Lions. Minute, your thoughts on the game so far? We are just about into the 3rd minute of play.
So far, so good. Lions is applying some pressure early.
Corner kick taken, partially controlled there by Jermaine Hughes. Here is Richardson, ball squared to Hughes. Hughes dribbling further to his right. Nicely crossed here by Shamari, but nice defending there. Is that by, that looks like, is that Pompey? Nice defending there though, because that ball was right on the plate there of Oliver Walker, who is one of the very clinical finishers here in Anguilla, and really puts himself in some places to really score goal. Here's Lymers losing possession. The ball being forced to Walker, but it's going to be shepherded over the line there by Bracha, and it's going to be a goal kick. So far, the concentration of the play has been in the defensive third of the Lymers. Now here they are playing from the back, calling with a nice pass there to the number 24 player. Here is German, who is picking up and squaring to Richardson, who didn't pick the ball up. Ball is with Liddy. Liddy to Bracha. Finds the captain there in Caleb, but giving it away there, and Max not able to control, losing it. But here is Keanu Richardson. They are very aggressive type of player. Yes, Woodley to Ippenson. Ippenson back to Woodley. Woodley looks up, finds Hughes. Hughes looks up and comes further to the right side to Brian. Finds Jade and Abbott. There's Dalik, number 29, crosses, but only finding the head of Bracha there, and he heads out. Here is Pompey and the ball, but stopped there. It looks like by, is that Tafari? Yes. Is that Tafari or Marvin? That looks like Marvin. Yes, Marvin. Marvin usually wears number 22. Here is Roaring Lions. Nice Tony shot, and it's in the back of the net. It's Jermaine Hughes there, picking up a pass there, twisting and turning the defender there, and just swiveled, finding the space and putting it wide to the left side of keeper Bailey there. No chance. Good goal they taken there by Hughes.
Very good goal by Germany. The defense line had no opportunity of stopping him. He had all the skills and did what he had to do and get an opportunity. And just didn't fail it to let the very good goal in the corner there. And that was very nice from Germany. I haven't seen him score much goals, but tonight he's fine.
Well, he's one of those players who gets into some areas that you would shake your head and say, how did he get there? Because he's playing more of a defensive role, but he moves very quickly, very sharp, and gets into some position and scores some amazing goal at time. And here he was opening the scoring there for the Roaring Lion with a good move and a good finish as well to put them one goal in the good in the 6th minute of play.
Yes, it was a very good goal. Lions, as I said before, start the game by putting on some pressure, early pressure, and the result came.
Well, it's a good corner kick coming across there from Jay, but Screechy there, just getting over the back of the defender there, and the referee Albert Burton says none of that. That's going to be an infringement. The Lions, they are certainly without the services of one of the players that came over from the Salsa Ballers, in that of Tyreek John. Here is the poor control, closed down there, but helped out there by Bracha. Still Bracha, he's wearing the captain armband today. Looks up, finds Caleb. Caleb trying to find, that looks like Carlos, but not being able to control Shamari. Trying to find Dali, but too heavy a touch, and that's going to go into touch for a throw in there. So, what I think the Lymers would certainly have to do is get a little more closer to the ball, and they will definitely need to be a lot more sharper. Here is a giveaway, but Walker couldn't control. That was a lazy kick out there from the keeper there. Woodley trying to find a player there, but only finding the boot of Carlos. Here is Bracha now. And Shamari Bryan coming and just running into the space. I think that's something that Masimba Boyne could have done when that penalty was given. There, Shamari just taking out the space there, Bracha, who was really trying to get around him. And the event is the throw taken quickly. Here is Dalik J. One to pass to Hughes. Hughes finding Walker. Walker heavy touch, but was able to get around the player there. Here it's Pompey, the number 9 player, trying to find Shatta and tap number 14, but just overhitting it. And the ball is coming out of the goal, picking up. Marvin goes square to Woodley. Marvin again finding Max Ippinson there. Here is a cross coming in from Woodley, bounces over the head of Carlos, finding Dalik. Dalik finds the goal scorer in Hughes. And a quick pass there to Richardson, but he's closely dispossessed. Here is Pompey. Pompey is one of those players who really played very well in the preliminaries, very sharp as well. Here is Colin trying to find Carlos, but cut out there by Brian on the attack, but too soft a pass. Carlos finds Caleb. Caleb back to Captain Bracha this evening. Bracha trying to find Pompey. Pompey trying to get around. It's that Kaini Brooks Bell wearing the number 7 short and playing in central defense, and it's going to be a throw in. Your thoughts on the game so far, Minute?
Yeah, so far, Lions are pretty much having a lot of touches and possession. That's key towards the game. And bring some result there. We have Bryson doing the best they can. Get looking for some result too.
And this is Screechy throwing their hands up because he thought that Max should have been able to chip that ball over and not getting the services that he would have liked there in Screechy, Oliver Walker. You see the ball being kept on to touch, and that's going to be an infringement there. And Dalik, who did well to, at least keep the ball in play and still in an effort to really shield the player and picking up an infringement there, but still early days yet into the 11th minute of play. Here's 1-0 scored in the 6th minute from the boot of Jermaine Hughes. Here is Hughes again to pass to Keanu Richardson, not able to control, and good shepherd in there, and that's going to be a goal kick there to the Spartans FC, who's really soaking up a lot of pressure. Minute.
Yes, indeed. Lions will not stop the pressure. It's going to be playing all through the game because they are looking for goals. And yeah, Oliver will always be Oliver. You know, he always won that special moment for himself. He got a big ego and passion for the game, so he wanted to score. But the Lions, for the better part, they are pretty much playing the more dominance of the time so far in the 12th minute. And I'm sure we're just seeing the uprising just stepping up a little bit now. And I guess they are all warm up now, and the contest is on.
Yes, certainly.
For sure.
It's going to be a free kick there to the Lymers, just squared across the field, and trying to play from the back, but cut out there by the ever-present Hughes. Here is Richardson, finds Walker, but Walker is certainly in an offside position. I think that ball was really meant for Max there, running down the flank. And Walker elected to play and was adjudged to be in an offside position. So it's 1-0. Goal scored in the 6th minute from the boot of Jermaine Hughes. Here you see Chip coming over. A good one at that. And opportunity there for Pompey. I'm certainly sure he would like to have that one back. But beating all ends up the two central defenders there, that of Marvin and Kaini. I think one of them could have just dropped off just on the kick of that ball. Didn't do so. Giving Pompey a chance, but he put it wide. Here is Lions again. Walker looks up and trying to find Max, but not passing the defense there of Bracha, and it's going to be a free kick. The Lymers team sees Daniel Bailey in goal. He wears the number 1 shirt. No Bracha, 27. Sido, his brother, 29. Caleb Bryan, number 16. Number 23, Rashad Grant. Number 14, Corvin Lee. Number 5, Kelvin Ryan Liddy. Number 9, Terry Pompey. Number 10, Carlos Richardson. Number 20, Joquan Richardson. And number 24, Garlin Richardson. Here is the Lions, but clear out there from Kareem. True pass there, trying to find Walker, and Walker ended up in the position there for Dalik. I think he should really get back into his position there. A little bit over anxious because he is passionate about the game, like you said, and sometimes he's not patient enough for that ball and always wants it, and sometimes at times finds himself out of position and taking up other person's space as well. So it's behove him to really stay central and just bide his time and wait his minute.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, Bryson had a very good chance of scoring there, but the player had to make that quick decision to get that ball to the goal, and he was not on target. But it was a very good opportunity for a chance to score against the Lions.
Nice cross there from Woodley. Jay trying to head the ball back across the goal, partially cleared, but it's there. President Jermaine Hughes picks up and squares. Its ball finds Max. Max dribbles, finds Hughes. Hughes looks up and chips over, but find the boot there of the defender there and cleared across field. Picked up there by Bracha, but he loses out, very careless with it there. Here is Hughes. Finds Richardson. Richardson finds that Apinson, but not being able to control it. Here is Woodley. Chips the ball over. And that should have been a goal minute.
German couldn't get it in.
Yes, just
too casual.
Yeah, but a brilliant cross there from Woodley, really hanged in the air. Max tried to get onto it, not being able to, and the ball just, well, Hughes just misplaced his shot. Ball running straight across the goal to Walker, who couldn't do much with it either.
Goal was wide open.
Yes, wide open. The Rowan Lions team sees Jaden Abbott, number 5, number 7, Kiaini Brooks Bell, number 18, Shamari Bryan, number 46, the goalkeeper, Kareem Burris, number 22, Marvin Oskins, number 24, Jermaine Hughes, the goal scorer, number 27, Marley Ippenson Fabian, number 29, Dalik Moore, number 19, Keanu Richardson, number 11, Oliver Walker, and rounding out the team is Kean Woodley wearing the number 14 shirt. Here is Shatter trying to get around the defender there. He's a wide body there, and it's pushed off the bit, and it's going to be a throw-in to the Lions, the official said. See throw taken. Dispossessed and cleared into touch. It's going to be another kick, goal, another throw-in. Sorry.
Would you say Lymers is more on the defensive?
Well, yes, and they'll have to do that. They'll have to play on the counter attack because, missing a couple of their players. Cross coming through again, and a shot and goal, but that one is going to running. The ball stays on, but the player there was just eased outside. Is that looks like Jay? Mm-hmm. Yes. Two youngsters jostling for it, and Lymers coming away with. Here is Brian. Eases back to the captain. In no. And the miscontrol there by the number 20 player there for Lymers in the person of, yes, that's Richardson. Here is Bracha, the captain, partially dispossessed there. Here is Richardson again, outside of the foot pass to Ippenson, but he was a little bit slow in getting onto it and reading the lines there. Was a defender there for the Lymers team and able to at least pick up a throw off of that as well. But yes, so they will certainly need to soak up the defense and try to counter attack as much as possible. But they'll have to be sharp, very sharp. They can't afford to lose possession as often as they are doing at the moment. Here is the Roaring Lions. Dalik finds Shamari, and he won himself a corner there. So it's a very young Lymers team, quite a number of youngsters. And corner kick taken, and then there's an infringement on the referee. We're into the 20th minute of play, so holding their own. The Lymers are certainly holding their own, Remy,
yes,
after having conceded in the 6th minute.
They have been pretty much holding their own, and they're defending the best they can. As we know, they don't have too much of a strong attack forward to what we've seen so far. I want to believe that if they can hold until halftime is over, the second half could be interesting.
Yes, they're certainly without the likes of Jan Romney, Samuel, Damian Bailey, and so a good part of their team. Here is Cross coming through. Walker could have been offside there because it appears as if he was coming from an offside position. And player there.
Players down here.
He picked up a knock there from Richardson, and he's been given a talking to there, Richardson. And he picked up a pretty solid knock there. Have referee Rose sitting in front of me with his phone in his hand. I'm certainly sure that he will assess that to see whether or not a card is deserved. What the Players seem to would have picked up a
Just a hand knock.
hard knock,
With
but
the hand hitting the head.
hand hit in the
Don't
head.
jump in,
Yes.
But I'm sure he'll be fine. You mentioned something with Walker not holding his position, always kind of going a little astray. Yeah, he have to watch the defense line because there may be time he would get opportunities and he'll be judged outside. So he has to keep himself in position. But Lions has been playing well. They very easygoing, I would say. They're not doing too much. They're just doing enough. You can see they're passing the ball, possessing the ball. They have full control. Opportunities of scoring are coming. So, yeah. Whereas the Lymers, they are holding their end defensively. As you say, they will have to try and do a little more counter-attack. They almost score a goal in that way, so we'll see what happens.
Yes, and in games like these, a team, especially a dominant team, can get overconfident and carried away with the way how they want to string the passes. It's going to be a free kick taken there by Noah Bracha, but just away there to find the boot of Dali. But here is Richardson, find Brooks Bell. Brian with it. Richardson, not a good pass, but sharp there on the mark was Shamari and was able to avert the danger. Here is Marvin giving the ball away easily, and here's a shot and goal, but Boris, yes, Boris is way off his line. Here is Colin Ryan Liddy, more playing in a defensive role just in front of the defense. Dispossessed there by Max. Max again trying to find Walker, but good defending there from the Lymers. Here is the Lymers on the attack. Rashad Grant, one of the under 17 players, I think, has not seen a lot of the position. He's a very sharp, one of those speedy youngsters as well. And but has not seen a lot of possession and having to defend for the better part of this half so far. We are just about nearing the 24th minute of play. Here is a head on there by the player there. Walker finds Richardson. Richardson to more to
what was that?
Ipinson. Well, more a shot, but here is Jay Abbott cutting inside. Jay finding Hughes and a shot and goal, but the ball cleared away there, only as far as Shamari Bryan. He crosses and not a good one at all. That one goes into touch.
That was Walker he found. Walker was the one shooting. And
yes,
I must say, Walker was very disappointed that he didn't get that ball towards the goal. A very good football.
Yes.
But again, the Lymers, they are holding the end very well. They are defending. They are holding, making sure that they don't conceive any more goals.
Yes, and they're doing so very well too. Not as fluid. Here is the ball chip over, but reading the play well is Damian Bailey coming off his line and collecting well. Clears the ball upfield, but only as far as the head as Woodley, who didn't deal with it well, and that ball goes into touch. So it's going to be a throw in there into the attacking third there for the Lymers. Here is Caleb. Miscontrol there by Colin. Finds Walker. He moves, dribble with it. Returns to pass there, 1-2. And not in where he intended the pass to go. But here is Sidhu Bacha. Good move there. Finds Richardson, the number 20. Here is Ryan Lady. Finds Pompey, but not able to control his Pompey. Balls find Marvin. He's trying to find Maxi Pinson, but a poor pass there. But Collect it again. So picking up the possessions and picking them up very swiftly. The Roaring Lions here. Shamari Bryan Dalik finds Screechy, but Screechy is heavily challenged there by Bracha, and Bracha this time can't get around Dalik when they free kick there. Good work there by the captain there for the Lymers men.
Yes, indeed. The Lymers are coming to themselves. They are pretty much they are showing their skills, and they are having possession. We're in the 27 minutes, and the Lymers are holding their end. They are 1 goal down, but they are still there fighting.
You see a long clearance. Find the boot of and almost playing himself into trouble there was Kareem Boris. Across the face of his goal, he not in the back of the net. That's very dangerous.
Too dangerous. Is that overconfident?
Well, I don't know, but certainly not good playing there at all. And putting it into touch there is Woodley for throwing to the Lymers. So we have played 27 minutes, and it's just a solitary goal scored in the 6th minute from the boot of Jermaine Hughes. Nothing of worth, no real challenge on the goal there for the Lymers, so they can feel good about themselves. They have not really. Here is a pass going through there from Richardson, and cross coming in quickly, but Max not clearing the lines, just a little too low. Here is Ryan Liddy trying to find Carlos. Carlos is challenged there. Here is Brian. Good work there by Brian. And I see what he was trying to do there in Brian, trying to read the idea, but just Screechy saying, well, you need to play it straight to my feet. Here is the ever-present Jermaine Hughes. And, well, Screechy is coming from an outside position, and it's going to be an outside kick. The last
Screechy boy. Screechy will always be Screechy boy. Even when he in the outside position, he still have his view and his comments.
Yeah, well, like I said, just, and I guess that's him. He's very passionate. Even when he's playing cricket, minute.
What's that? Yes, he takes his sports very serious.
Here is Dali. Good moves, trying to cross, but blocked. Ball is with Jane, and Abbott finds Screechy. Screechy looks up. Squares back to Richardson. There's a pass going to Max Ipinson. But not. Here is Woodley to Ipinson again. He's been challenged. Not getting the crosses across as he would like. Doing a lot of moves. Here is a cross and almost into the back of the net. But, well, good. This time he really created and really got the cross in a minute, but couldn't find the head and just eluded the outstretched hand of the goalkeeper there for a goal kick.
He had 3 defenders all over him, and he worked his way out of that and create a good opportunity for a goal there, almost surprising the keeper. But the Lymers, what they are doing now, they are not giving the Lions any chance to shoot at the goal, which is good for now.
Yeah, we see a partial clearance there. Here is Max again, finds Woodley. Woodley finds Richardson. Richardson finds, is that Jaden Abbott? Yes, Jay cutting through and been bundled off the ball, but it's going to be an infringement there too on the part there of the Lymers. They have really held their own here, and like I said, not allowing a lot of opportunities, has been frustrating at times, playing and making sure that they don't allow the Lions players to get in behind them.
But it's a good area for a free kick. I'm sure Jay might be looking for the heads of Walker or somebody.
Well, the free kick was taken. He was looking for the head of Walker, but that's not going to beat the defenders there. That ball has to come a lot flatter and with more pace to allow, contact and direction and force to the back of the net. Yes. It's in the 33rd minute of play, still 1-0 from the boot of Jermaine Hughes. Here is Hughes, finds Richardson. Richardson pushes to Walker again, who is allowing Bracha to play. And the lady not taking any chances, just putting that one into touch for a throw-in to the Roaring Lions.
I must say that Lily has played a very good role with the uprising. Been a key factor. He played a defensive midfield, and when he have the ball, he create opportunities for them to attack. Has played very well throughout the season.
Here is Hughes to Ippinson. Ippinson trying to return the favor in similar position that the goal was scored from. The ball is all the way back to Richardson, and he have a weak shot and goal. He picks up again, but it's partially dispossessed. Here is Jay, finds Shamari. Shamari trying to force the pass through to Richardson. Not getting the direction correctly, and Bailey just claiming possession, tosses it out to Grant. Grant controls well, but he's been challenged. And here is Walker, but he is going to be in an offside position. Yes, so.
Well, George outside.
Walker, I'm certainly sure that he's saying, I haven't had a good opportunity in goal yet. What's keeping me?
To hold his position.
Sometimes you get games like those sometimes, but that when you're playing a team that, okay, you feel that you should be dominating, should be getting the position, sometimes it doesn't happen all that. So you have to stay in the moment. That's going to be an infringement on the part of.
What I can tell you, Tony, the Lions, they are not comfortable with one goal. I'm sure they are looking even to go in the finish the first half with at least 2 goals. If they were to go in with 1, it's a concern. But again, with the talent they have and the experience, I'm sure they feel they can dominate and win this game. Whereas the Uprising will try to score at least 1.
The Lymers,
The Lymers, sorry. Will do their best and try to score 1 and see if they have a chance.
Let's see at this line. We know the last time that this line was not set properly. They're trying to play man-to-man, but they need to at least be very careful. Here is the chip coming over, and again, shot and goal partially blocked there from Grant. Here is Abbott. Abbott dribbling and finds Walker. Walker finds Walker. Good pass from Abbott. And opportunity and goal.
Opportunity, yes.
Certainly, and Walker.
All the time in the world.
Pumps the fist in the air, but this time he can't say that he was not given a good pass there from Abbott, but didn't capitalize on it. I guess Rumi is just a little too anxious and not being able to direct it, have the shot be directed to goal.
Had total control of that ball.
Yes.
Ball was still moving and looking at the target, as you just said. A little too anxious, maybe. But that was a goal-scoring opportunity.
Short kick taken quickly. Here is Pompey trying to go further to Grant, but Grant is on the inside. And here is.
I think the Lymers have a better chance if they play the Lions on the wings.
Yes.
I honestly believe that. If they can do a few counter attack, create that wing attack, their chances are there.
Hughes, the goal scorer, finds Woodley. Woodley tries to goes to Ippenson, but he recognized he's in an offside position and elected not to play. So it's Lymers coming away with the clearance. Here is Pompey, finds Grant. Grant trying to find the striker there in Shatter. Marvin recovers possession, knocks it all the way back to Kareem, who panicked and just cleared it into touch before he's throwing there to Lymers. So taken quickly, trying to find Grant, but was only finding the boot there of that's Erskine, number 22. Now he finds Ippenson. He finds Jaden Abbott, who speeds down the. Well, it's as though he would have run out of
Ball went up.
space, so it's going to be a throw-in. Grant chipping it over, but cut out there by Brooks Bell. A little bit of ping pong ball being headed away there by Richardson. And poked there away from Grant. Here is Hughes in midfield driving forward. He finds Dalik, who looks up, cuts back, but not being able to control, but winning back position. And Brian dispossessed, but ball is going to find the boot of Brooks Bell. Brooks Bell finds Dalik. Cross coming in. Blocked there by Liddy. Finds the boot of Pompey. Pompey just clears the ball upfield, and it's going to be Brooks Bell. Finds Shamari. Just knocking it in the back. Here is Dali. And not a good pass there by Dali. Finds Bracha. Here is Caleb Bryan. Trying to find Grant, but cut out there by Woodley. Ball is with Erskines. Finds Woodley. Woodley down the flank to Max, and good pass that is. Good move, and squares back to Walker, and shot and goal, but it's blocked. But good move there by Max there, and this time finding Walker, and Walker was closed down quickly. I think was closed so quickly that I think he probably could have just maybe a skip over and let the ball to come to the other side, because the defender had committed quite quickly. But good football in the end from both teams. Good defending there from the Lymers as well. Into the 48th minute of play. Remember, the goal was scored in the 6th minute, so they played themselves in a good position of just having that being behind 1-0. Here is Creechy. Nice move. Chips over. And it's
goal again by Hughes.
That man again.
Number 24.
Chips over.
Straight to the head of Hughes.
And it's in the back of the net. German Hughes scoring in the 41st minute. He makes it look so easy, is Hughes.
Yes, really,
and but he really gets into some positions that allow an advantage for his team, and really does he not capitalize on them. So 2-0, one in the 6th minute from the boot of Hughes this time, this one in the 41st minute from the head of Hughes, from a really good cross there from Oliver Walker after a good move. So
very good goal by Hughes.
Lymers been able to really stem the tides and really keep the Lions from the opportunities, but this time weren't able to do so. But can certainly feel proud of themselves because they're certainly putting up a fight, not giving up at all. Here is Hughes, the goal scorer, giving the ball away. They're finding Liddy. And the ball is with the Roaring Lions again. Walker. I guess he must be saying I'm human too, so I can't make too much noise when the passes don't come my way.
He made a few wrong passes,
that's football. Here is Carlos. Carlos finds Brian. Brian back to Carlos. He finds Liddy. Liddy looks up and finds Carlos again, but Carlos is met there by Brian. Dali finding Walker. Walker finds Jaden Abbott. Jaden Abbott to Max Ipinson. This is a good move and a shot on goal.
Great save.
But the keeper equal to the task is Bailey there. This time just pushing that one over the bar. And it's going to be a corner kick. But a good move there. Building up from Screechy to Jaden Abbott to Max Ipinson. And keeper equally saving as well.
Yeah, that could have easily been 3 goals to the Lions, but Bailey doing well, just flicking it over the bar. Good skills, and create a corner kick for the Lions.
Corner kick taken, Walker. Heavy touch and partially cleared. Finds Dalik. Here's a corner kick taken again, cleared by No Bracha. Sidhu Bracha. Well, No Bracha is the one here. Another cross from Shamari. On the head there, is that some ping pong coming inside there and cleared, headed away, moved off of it with Oskin. The ball picked up there by Richardson. Hard pass, good physical challenge there by Grant to win that ball. And the ball is with Brian. But Brian, just a little bit careless, loses out and tries to dispossess Marvin Hoskins. And that was Dali trying to find one of the unrushing strikers there, but barely equal to the task coming out. We are into the 45th minute of play. 2-0. Goal scored by Jermaine Hughes in the 6th and 41st minute. But it has been hard going, not easy. Here is Abbott, looks up. And the player there has been pushed off of it. Here is Max. Fine Abbott. Nice cross from Woodley. And who's that? Is that Max not getting the direction right, but a good cross there again. Nice hanging cross from Woodley, who was really putting some good cross, if you ask me. And we see players over there warming up. I seen the likes of Tafari over there. And
give everyone a chance tonight.
Trying to find Walker, but cut out there by the defender there for Lymers. Here is Liddy finding Pompey. Nice pass. Pompey looks up, shifts to his right, and they put to a nice pass to good opportunity there going begging there, but it was a nice build up there from Liddy to Pompey, who Pompey trying to find Carlos, but the goalkeeper there in Bowers was swiftly off his line, but that block could have gone anyway minute.
Yes, indeed. But Boris did well, though, in terms of coming out in time. Anything less than a minute, than a second, he would have lose out on that.
Well, yes, it would have given Carlos Richardson a glorious opportunity to decide which side to put the ball in the back of the net. Yes. So good allowed keeping there from Boris. Here is Walker trying to get around Bradshaw and throwing. Here is Richardson. Hughes been pushed off the ball. Referee sees no problem with that. The ball is with Liddy. Liddy looks up, trying to find a player, but giving it away there. But yes, regaining possession. Here is Pompey, trying to find Brian, who miscontrolled. So it's Dali. Goal scorer Hughes finding Max. Max loses out to Grant. Carlos. Pompey not being able to get onto the one. Kaini Brooks Bell picking up nicely. Finding Dali. Brooks Bell. And that's going to be halftime. Remy.
Very good half, though. I must say that the Lions going to goals, they would have had the better part of it. But I must say that the Uprising, they hold their end and they did well. Even in the very last 10 minutes of the first half, you could see they were building some good play. I would say they had two good chances they could have maybe scored. But nevertheless, it has been a great, a very good first 45 minutes, Tony. And I'm sure the second half, Lions will try to build on their 2 goals, and the Uprising will look for at least 1 or 2 to also see how far they could get with this game. But so far, it's been a very good first half. It's good to watch.
Yes, certainly. Although the Lions might be dominant in terms of the possession, it's not like they have been, the Lymers have been overrun, so to speak. 2 opportunities taken there by Jermaine Hughes, and really capitalizing, and due to his movement, that is. But for the most part, the Lymers has been very stout in defending and making sure they're closing down the seams and not allowing the Lions to have their way. They are 2-0 down, but they could take heart with the way they would have played before. Like I said, they are missing a number of their key players, and the likes of Samuel and Jan, and quite a number of their players. And so, but as we would always say, next man up. So we look forward to be joining you in the second half in, say, about 10 minutes time, when we will bring you the second encounter in this match, the second half, sorry, in this encounter between the Rowan Lions versus the Lymers FC. Welcome back to this game, this live football action, Friday night football action, as we have been presenting to you for the past couple of months. And tonight is no different, wherever you are. If you have just joined us, we want to say welcome you. If you were with us from the start, we appreciate your viewership, your listenership. And it's the Roaring Lions, the team playing in the orange, versus the Lymers FC in the pink and black. And so far, we have played 45 minutes, and we have had 2 goals scored from the boot and head, respectively, of German, who's the defensive midfield player there for the Roaring Lions. Your commentator is Tony Fleming, and my commentsman is Mr. Remy Minute. Remy, good evening again, and welcome to the second half.
Yes, indeed, Tony. We've seen a very good first half. Lions would have scored 2 goals, and now we are getting ready for the second half. As we can say, it's a Champions League competition as it continues here at the Raymond Negishat Technical Center with a very nice crowd at hand, Tony. I must give applause to all the folks that keep coming and supporting football. And I know it's going to come from can only go better and better. And I think the future is looking good for football in Angola, Tony.
Yes, when you talk about fans, the likes of OJ, Big Mike, though I've seen those guys time and time again in the stands, and not only just looking at the football, but supporting the proceedings and supporting the bar all around the eatery, and really, especially Mike. You know, I've almost every time I've come to the stadium, I've seen Mike both watching male and female football. So certainly that's good. We've seen here as we get back to this match where the Roaring Lions, they made 2 changes. Yes, the Ollie had that of Battis and that of the player there in John. So they have strengthened their squad a bit. Those 2 players would have played very well in Dalik and Kian Woodley. They did put in a good stint, a good 45 minutes, and they have really played well. And the 45 minutes is just about to get on its way. The referee, Mr. Albert Burton. We've got Carissa Barry Alt, and the man Tashim Fleming. They are the ones who are officiating this game this evening. And we are just doing the preliminary check, getting the preliminary checks out of the way. And there goes the whistle. It's Shatta with the clearance. We're winning there quickly. John, here is Walker. John finding, that's Max. Max crosses. Measured the player there. And here's the cross coming through and cleared away there by Colin. And Shamari, is that Shamari? They are not getting the direction of the clearance that he would have liked, and that ball goes into touch for a goal kick. So we'll see what strategy both teams would have talked over the halftime period, Remy, and we'll see what they will bring.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what plan the Uprising have. We noticed that 2 subs were made by the Lions. We see Capel is in the game, and we know Capel, what he's capable of. He's going to be an engine in the midfield area and supporting the attacking. So all in all, Lions is pretty much putting things in place to secure the game, really. Whereas Uprising will have to first try and score a goal or two and see how they can capitalize on the second half. And time could be a factor in this game.
Well, I'm looking to see. It's almost as if they would have actually made some free substitute, because I'm not seeing Richardson Keanu. I'm seeing Mark. So bringing the changes. Here's a good move from that's Max again, but
doing his trying his.
He's not getting good shot, but not on target. Good move as well, but no harm there to the goalkeeper there in Bailey in the Lymers goal. Here is Lymers. They're playing it from the back. We have not made a substitute. A little bit short. Not that they have any to make because they're very short. Here they're trying to counter an attack near, but snuffed out there. And it's going to be a corner kick. The ball put into touch there by Marvin. And not seeing Tafari today. I think Tafari would have picked up an injury in the last match there against the Docks United, and possibly one of the reasons why we're not seeing him. Here's a good move there by the Lymers. Good move there by Pompey, but cut out there by Marvin, only to find Colin. Colin find that Caleb all the way back to Sidhu, who boots the ball upfield, and it's going to be an offside call there, number 14, Shatta. Here is Baptiste. Almost playing Hughes there in danger is John. Nice move there by Brian. Swiftly finds Mark and partially blocked, but just cutting in nicely there. Here is Baptiste. Goes further to Maxon.
For the first time, Max is outside.
Yes, Barry says you're a little bit too way ahead, and you have to bring that walk back. Looking at my senior referee in front of me again, in that of Trevor Rose, and he's certainly going to make a check on that call as well. And
from his position, I don't think he has a chance.
Yeah, so the game.
We haven't touched on the under 14, but because the first time we get a chance to really talk about that. But under 14 did very well on their trip, though. They very much make everyone proud of their trip.
Well, I did dedicated a stint of my sports program to them on Wednesday.
Okay.
And I really thought they acquitted themselves well and really played to their strength, getting all the way to the semifinals in their pool and eventually losing to French Guyana, who's certainly a much more superior team, but the sky's the limit for those youngsters. I think they really did us proud. Here is Liddy, partially blocked there by the ever-present Hughes. They're trying to get around. Is that is he wearing the number 1 shirt?
Yes.
Interesting number. It says number 1 Daniel Bailey, so I'm not too sure.
There's any more number 1?
Nope.
I guess you'll know him.
It says it's almost it says number 7, but there's the number 7 here. It says Jan Romney, so and that's not Jan Romney for sure. And there's the old veteran there in Liddy going down on the carpet, and certainly probably picked up a knock from the challenge there between himself and Hughes. and certainly has to be given some treatment as well. Colin has been one of those players around for a very, very long time, and
Veteran player.
you know, very skilled player as well, both in goal and on field. He really started off from the primary school himself with the like of Guy Quad and that Asta and all those boys. I think so Grayson was a part.
Lions for a long time, huh?
Yes, but when he started off as one of those prolific wingers playing for the Road School. They dominating the primary school competition, and has picked up the skill of going between the sticks, goalkeeping as well, and has done yeoman service to Rowing Lions, Anguilla, and the whole fraternity. Not only that, he is one of those influential coaches as well, across the board there, working with the Road School, and so it's good to see him still really applying the trait and trying to help the youngsters here for the Lymers. But the ball is with the Lions. Here is a pass through to Max. Max skips and dilly-dally and chips the ball in the middle, but cleared away there by the defense, only to find Jermaine Hughes, who find Tyreek John. Nice to the leg pass there. John, on this time, overhitting there, just overhitting. And Screechy must have saying, I wonder when I'm going to get one that I can really just easy on and put into the back of the net. But he still has to play and be patient. Like I said, these games at times, that can really get to you a time when you think you should be dominating team. Just here is Batiste. Fine. I think a little bit trying to be a little bit too selfish there.
She should trigger.
Well, not
trigger.
too selfish, but a little bit too
Kind.
giving and kind.
Yeah. He was in the zone of shooting.
Yes, trying to find Screechy and not being able to do so. But I think that had deserved a shot and goal.
Yeah,
it's going to be a throw-in.
He was right there in the zone.
On the far side.
Just had to shoot at the goal, but he figured that Screechy is right there and maybe hoping that he would give it to him. But Screechy was still surrounded by some players. But nevertheless, the intention was there. Good intention. Yes,
the move was good, but like I said, it's trying to be too giving, and instead of electing to really pull the trigger, saying, well, okay, let me try see if I can get my top goal scorer on board
to score.
Yes, but certainly wasn't the right choice. We have played 55 minutes, and so we have played some 10 minutes into the second half. Here's Hughes again. I don't know, but it's going to be, well,
Hughes was looking for his hat trick.
Well, it says he was fouled. He says,
fouled.
I don't
know where that foul, where we are far from the play, but
it's an interesting call there. But says Hughes was the one who was doing the fouling, but here is Lymers. Richardson. Nice cut back and trying to find Shatter there. Cut out there by Brooks Bell, but loses there again. Here is Lymers breaking and coming away. Shatter trying to turn, but not as swift enough and dispossessed. Here is Batiste finding Walker. Walker is just about to get onto the ball now. looks up, squeeze back to Max, who has a shot and goal.
Right, it wasn't that goal,
Well,
he missed the target.
well, trying to pull the trigger, and almost as if he has pulled something as well, but trying to beat the keeper with some power, not being able to do so. Here is the Lymers, cleared upfield, no one there, and Boris coming, finding John finding Hughes finding Baptiste, just shifts a bit and finds Max. Nice move there by Max. Crosses on the head, but no
Max
power.
well, eh?
No power. That looks like the header there coming from Jay. And no power there at all, absolutely. The ever-present Hughes again. Picks up, finds Baptiste. Baptiste dribbling and trying to tread the needle here, but not getting through at all. Here is Bratcher. The ball is with Caleb Richardson. He finds Carlos Richardson. John running back from that advancing position, and Carlos Richardson giving it away. Here is Baptiste. We saw it in favor to John. A nice cross there, but the captain, that's the younger brother there, Bratcher, Sidhu Bratcher, clearing. Well, No is the younger brother, or Sidhu is the younger brother?
Not sure.
That's the captain there. Bratcher clearing. Lions now just trying to maybe just say, well, let's see if we can put some pressure on here a little bit and get another goal. It was 2 goals scored by Jermaine Hughes. Here is Mark trying to get around the defender there, but not being able to do so. But in the end, winning a free kick a minute. You see the Lymers withstanding the pressure mounted so far.
Well, the Lymers, they are pretty much adopting the same style they had in the first half. They are holding, but they need to stretch the Lions a little bit. Do they have the capability of that? Because they don't have a bench, really. There's no subs coming in like fresh legs. So that could be a problem for them. But to me, they will have to try and play the Lions on the wings. See if they can do a counter-attack to see what can happen to them. If they keep holding the defensive mood, at some point Lions will penetrate at some point.
Well, it's a free kick. And again, Jermaine Hughes, it's as if he had a broad shield across the field, because almost every possession, every clearance, he either is heading, chesting, controlling. And here we see a ball being put into touch, given away there. And it's going to be another change. He's going to see the end of the stint there from Max.
You did indicate after
Ippenson,
he shot at the
Fabian.
goal that looked like he wasn't comfortable after that.
And it's going to be that is CJ, yes. Cameron Lloyd coming on. See a pass play there to Walker, but he was challenged, and in the end, it's going to be a throw-in, it appears. We have Coach Shaw out there really trying to squeeze every ounce of effort out of his team, and they're not really disappointing him so far. They've been holding their own, defending well where necessary. With the possession that's been had here is Lloyd. Well, his first touch is from an offside one.
Yeah, very close one, but the Lions personnel will be in the right position. So again, Lions is pressing on. As you can see, they're playing on one half of the field, and they're doing everything to ensure that they look for more goals or secure what they have. The Uprising, they are doing the best they can, and so far is what it is for them.
It's a trying the best. Here's a pass trying to find Rashad Grant, but headed away there by Shamari Bryan. The 1-2 pass going on between Bryan there and Mark, but then Mark not being able to find the striker there in Walker. The ball headed away there by Mark. This time not on the head of Jermaine Hughes, but Hughes still finds his boot on it and finds the player there in John. John finds Screechy to Capel, who goes further forward to Mark, and Mark
Would you say he make a meal out of it?
Mark with an extravagant kick and goal, putting everything in it, but getting the direction totally wrong.
So Tony will have more games over the weekend. You have an idea who's playing? Sure.
I know. I think they said tomorrow there should be a ship in, and that's going to be playing against the Spartans FC, and they will be meeting with, I think, the under 14 boys as well, and so, but yes.
But that would be in the past we would have an opportunity to play against those.
Yes, those who gone all those days. I can't tell the last day I would have played against a ship, actually.
I thought they would have given at least, I guess it's a good gesture to have the younger teams playing against them.
Here is Squeegee, Oliver Walker. Finds Capel. Capel finds John. Just miscommunication there. Cameron Lloyd thinking that pass was for Tyreek John, and they both left the ball, and it was eventually put into touch there by Carlos. So here's a throw taken quickly. Jay has been found trying to find Capel, but not being able to do so. And here is John picking the ball up and chipping it over. Walker trying to get onto it and trying to at least set up an opportunity there for Lloyd. Ball being cleared. It's with the goal scorer so far in this match. Hughes finds Bryan going wide, and Bryan again crossing.
Flags up.
And it's
Who's
going
offside?
to be, well, it says Jay seems to be in an offside position. To take quickly. Yeah, the ball been booted upfield there trying to find Grant, but Marvin picks up, finds Bryan. Bryan's find Hughes. Hughes comes further to us here to John. John looks up, squares back in center to Hughes, who goes further wide to Mark. Ball being cleared partially, and Bryan picking up again, finding ever-present Hughes there in the center. Here is Cameron Lloyd. John looks up. And almost well. And there's a shot there taken there, but I guess just exuberance there on the part of the Lions. First from German. He was trying to get a shot on goal, ball going wide, picked up there by the player over on the white side there in, well, it's Mark Anthony. He likes to shoot at goal, and over the bar, no damage there too. No damage there done. So soaking up a lot of pressure here is the Lymers. They can see they've been playing without the substitute so far. We have played 66 minutes into the 67 minutes of play. Still 2-0 goals that was scored in the early part. Here is Bradshaw. Nice push to there to Rashad Grant, but the speedy Marvin Erskine is there to avoid the danger. And now it's ball been cleared into touch for a throw in there to the Lymers. So even though they are soaking up the pressure minute, the Lymers, they're still trying to really see if they can mount an attack as well, which is really good.
Yes, the Lions, the Lymers is not giving up, and they are just playing with 11 players, and they are so far they are not giving up. They are still fighting and looking and searching for a goal. So whereas the Lions will want more goals to secure and make sure that they win comfortable, but the Lymers are holding strong. I like that. I like when a team, even though they're down, Tony, they're still showing some endurance. They're still showing some resistance. They're not giving up. I like that.
Yes, like I said, certainly quite a number of the key players, starters that would have been starting are not here today for whatever reason. But as we would say that, while we could use that as an excuse, you have players to play and they play and they are holding their own. They usually would have the services of Yannick Belchassi. He has not played since the finals, well, the playoffs for the championship. And we've seen the like of Damian Bailey, that of Samuel, one of the midfield players who has not been here today. And so they certainly have to use the youngsters who would have acquitted themselves very well. You see an attack being thwarted there. Here is Liddy finding Richardson. Richardson finding Grant. Grant still with it. He finds Pompey. And in the end, Marvin have to clear. Ball is with Cameron Lloyd, who's trying to get around. Grant does, well, almost doing well, but Grant, small in stature, but his shield's very good. Here's the throw taken. Heads going up. Jay finding Batiste. Batiste finding Walker. Walker trying to find Jay. Picking up Batiste again. Finding Cameron Lloyd. Lloyd finding Jay, but a little too slow there was Jay, and Pompey really putting in the shift and really coming back and clearing, making sure that Jay didn't have the opportunity to control that ball. So the likes of Pompey, the likes of Caleb Bryan, they have really put in some yards here today in defense. Here is Jay giving it away there. And it was the ever-present Bryan again. It's going to be handball, Albert says. An infringement, yes. Not a handball, but an infringement.
71 minutes, Tony. You're looking for more goals?
Well,
are you looking for new goals?
Yes, Liddy closed down. Mark not able to control. Coming away with it. There is the Bracher brothers. And losing out there again. Here is Jay. One time pass to Capel. Capel comes further over to Tyreek John. Passes to Lloyd. Lloyd finds Walker. Walker finds Lloyd. And in the end, good defending there. Good, really good, tight defending there.
That was good.
By
came on, but the defender did well.
The defender, yes. That youngster there wearing
the tough cookie.
Yes, wearing the number 27 shirt. Yeah. Number 20 shirt in Richardson. Yes. Really not giving up, given an opportunity at all. But it's a corner kick taken quickly and put away up into the car park there by Tyreek John.
So yeah, Lions is applying the pressure. They are not holding back. They would have made about 3 subs, Tony. They're making sure that they have some fresh legs in. Whereas the Lymers, yeah, been holding their end pretty strong and showing that they will step up on their 2 goals that Lions have already. I'm sure if well, here's Capel looking for a chance there. He would pass the ball to his wingman and defend it nicely again. So Lymers is doing good. One of your good friend is down, Tony. I'm not sure what's wrong with him.
Yes, the player is down. They've been really putting in the work. Here is Grant. Finds Pompey. Pompey miscontrol and loses out. There too is that Marvin who finds Batiste, and Batiste just maybe holding up and waiting for the youngster to get some treatment. You've been really running hard and defending very hard.
Most likely, Tony, it could be a little cramp here and there.
Possibly. It's a young man, muscles still building. And
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. It's a Champions League competition. It's the Lymers against the Lions. 2 goals to the Lions. We're in the 74 minutes. Nice crowd at hand. Great atmosphere. Everyone is enjoying a night out. And that for sure, the Anguilla Football League continues with good action here at the Raymond Gishat Stadium.
yes, and matches continues over this weekend on Sunday with the Champions League. The Sunday will see Attackers. And I think they will be playing. I certainly have to check my schedule and see whether it would be
It's Ducks.
Docks United. Yes, so Dogs will be certainly looking to at least exact some revenge on the Attackers for knocking them out. But Lions just knocking it around. Here's a cross coming up, heads going up, and Oliver Walker. Well, that's not Walker. That's Lloyd.
No.
Is that that's Walker? Yes,
Walker
yes,
all the
that's
time.
yes Walker.
He gave it on his head this time.
Yes. I guess saying not this time.
Searching for his first goal in this match.
But maybe he just scores when it matters most.
I think so.
Yes.
Would you say that?
Well, possibly.
I think he just can't get a chance tonight as yet.
Maybe he needs
He's
to
trying.
play at halftime because he usually scores every
thinks
when
he
he
come from the
comes on.
bench,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, well, it certainly has not been able to, get on target. We just a quarter of an hour to play because we've gone past the 75th minute. This time, good pass, Walker, and this time it's not Walker scoring this time, but it's John. Yes, good
Did
move
well
there.
too.
Yes.
Very good goal.
Yes.
Keeper was committed.
Yes, picking up the ball actually from the halfway point, linking up with Walker. I think Walker, it wasn't really a pass to John, but the follow through of John and the alertness, the miscontrol there of Walker allow the John to be right in the vicinity and running onto it and just getting it past the unrushing Bailey, who could not have done anything really to stop that opportunity there. So I'm giving the Roaring Lions goal number 3 and John opening his scoring in this encounter.
Yeah, good football all around by the Lions.
Yes, certainly really have some tired young legs out there, and really see hard luck there too. Well, isn't that? Well, that's actually Bailey playing on the field.
Really?
Yes, he's wearing the number 1 shirt. Yes, Bailey playing on the
keeper.
field. Yes, and
Okay.
he's a keeper.
Okay, I guess that's why. Okay. So the youngster that's keeping now, Tony, he would be one of those recruits and one of those second keeper.
Possibly. So they've been under it. They move here by Batiste, but Bracha coming around and just avoiding the danger. Lloyd trying to get around Bailey, sorry. Bailey has some energy, full of energy. Here is another
Just
good.
can't keep it low, John.
Yes, yes. And John possibly looking to cross that.
From that angle, he just can't get it right from that angle.
Yes, probably looking to cross
You think
it.
he's going to the goal, or you want to go on target, or he's trying to cross it? I more believe he want to be on target.
I think his initial mindset was to get it across, but not wrapping his foot around it enough.
The second time I've seen it.
Yes, and but he has a real powerful left foot. Here is clearance, controlled there by Brian nicely. And here is Carlos giving it away there to Hughes. Hughes in an effort to find Jay, but ball only reach as far as the goalkeeper. So it's all easy here for the Roaring Lions. And really botching the position and getting 3 goals so far. Here losing again. There's cross coming in, headed away there by Bracha. Here is Walker. Shot and goal. And they saying, I need to have that one back because we have target.
Walker had all the chances in the world to score tonight. If he don't score, no one to blame on himself. Or even if that was a great opportunity right there. All he had to do is just be more composed and create that good placement. What's wrong with him tonight? Is he too anxious to score? But he's getting the chances. But I must say that the highlight so far has been German Hughes that has pretty much scored 2 goals for the Lions, and the way he scored it, he was just in position, in the right place at the right time. He had created good plays. Yes, indeed, Lions. In 81 minutes, Lions 3 goals to the Lymers 0. One player for the Lymers is getting some treatment, maybe a little pull muscle. They don't have any replacement for him. They have to keep going with the 11 players, unless if Coach Sauer decided to take a run for it next 10 minutes. Other than that, they'll just have to continue with 10 players. No way he looked like he would be able to come back. He just stepped off the field limping. Maybe a pull muscle.
I'm certainly sure that Saul will certainly give it a go. The ball has been booted upfield, only to find the head of Lloyd. Finds Brooks Bell. Brooks Bell finds John. John's to Hughes, but Hughes loses out there. But winning it back was the Roaring Lions. Here is Bailey. Good pass by Bailey, finds Brian. Nice control, nice turn there by Brian.
But always have to be careful, because I shot that goal over his head.
Pompey putting on some good move there.
Oh, that was good.
Nice true pass. It's cut out there by Lloyd. Here is Abbott. Finds John. John back to Abbott. Back to John. And all the way back to Lloyd. It's Abbott being challenged there by Bailey. Here is Baptiste. Cuts inside. Find Abbott. Abbott finds John. This could be dangerous.
Outside.
But John is in an offside position.
He almost got it right this time.
So we're going to see another substitute. And there we see a player we have not seen for ages, in that of Bakari Batiste. Haven't seen Bakari Batiste for a while. And he is taking up the central position, taking over from Marvin Oskins.
Who came into it?
Bakari Batiste.
Okay.
We have not seen him played for a while actually. And he was one of those young players. Here we see Caleb losing out. There is Batiste. Looks up and just slows the play down, giving father and son playing on the same team. That's possibly quite something. This pass there from John. And here is ball being booted upfield. Walker finds Batiste. Batiste looks up and finds Jay. Jay trying to find Walker, but cut out there by Bracha. Here is Rashard Grant trying to find Pompey, but cut out there by Kiney Brooks Bell. Ball is with Batiste, who goes for the right to Shamari Bryan. And maybe just a weighted pass. Bryan, not enough speed, couldn't handle it, and the ball goes into touch for a throw-in. Into the 85th minute of play, we have had 3 goals. One from the boot of Tyreek John and Jermaine Hughes, who would have scored two first half goal. Here's a shot on goal and just skimming wide of the upright there, and then to touch for a goal kick. 2 goals from Jermaine Hughes in the 6th and 41st minute. Here is Colin trying to find Shota, does so. Well, nicely controlled there. Was a pretty awkward pass. Here is Roaring Lions. Hughes goes further wide to Mark. Mark mispasses. Pass cut out there by Bracha. And that's going to be an infringement. So picking up his first foul is Bakari Batiste. Here is Liddy, chips over, nicely chips over, and dealing with it is the number 46 player there in goal, Kareem Burris was challenged there by Rashad Grant and could only manage to punch it into touch for a throw-in to the Lymers. Still playing their heart out here is the Lymers, even though they are some 3-0 down, they're still pushing and pushing forward, making sure that they don't give any more goals away. They've been really trying their best. I've got the coach who in Andre Griffith coming on. Here's a big throw from Colin, heads going up and eventually cleared only as far as Brian. Here is Brian to Griffith. Finds, just loses out there is Griffith. Finds Brian. Brian's fine lady. Lady looks up and goes further wide. Heads going up there. Shamari Bryant's playing very well played there, but in the end, not been able to keep the ball in touch. That looks like Mark, and it's going to be a throw in there. So some pressure being put on the Roaring Lions here in their defensive half for the first time. The throw taken quickly, headed away. Here is Capel Batties. He finds Jaden Abbott, the number 5 player. Jay goes further wide and finds that of Mark Anthony. Here is Mark. He looks up, spins, still has possession. Find Hughes. Hughes finds Walker. Ball bobbles just a bit, but Walker still with it. Finds John, who has pushed further forward and just exchange a spot there with Lloyd. Batties goes further wide, finds Brian. And so I could see that from here for sure. Minute.
Well, Tony, in the 89th minute, the Lions is up 3 goals. We've seen a few attacks by the uprising, the Lymers, sorry, but nothing effective for them so far. But I must say, playing with just 10 players now, they're still holding their strain, and they're not allowing Lions to just dominate and score a whole lot of goals on them. Has been still a very good game, Tony.
Yes, certainly, and you see where they try to make the best of the game. Actually, they have got their main goalkeeper playing and go in on the field. Actually, here is Walker, still trying to find that elusive goal. Pass goes wide to Mark. He looks up and squeezes, but can only find the body there of Shatter, big bally Shatter. Not a tall man. He's got 2 minutes of added time. Shatter is not a tall man, but he's a wide, one of those wide-bodied player. In his day, was a very fast, aggressive player as well. Yeah, is a corner kick taken, headed away there and over the bar again. And it's going to be a goal kick there to the Lymers. Been booted upfield, but wanted to find a boot of Brian. Brian still dribbling for the going wing, but dispossessed there. Ball goes into touch for a throw-in. Cross coming in and not being able to get a boot to that one is Jaden Abbott, but a cross hang tantalizingly across the face of goal, and yes, no one was able to get a boot hit. The shot was taken, but that one was wide here from John. Here is a goal kick taken quickly, but only to find a boot of that of Jermaine Hughes, who quickly plays Batik. Batik find JJ finds, and there's a shot and goal, and that one goes over the bar. That's that Mark again. Yes. Mark is one of those players who is not afraid of shooting at all.
I like that.
It's probably the final kick, Millie. Not Millie, minute. It's Grant. Still driving for the field. Grant.
Oh.
And,
That's Sauer, Coach Sauer.
yes.
Came in the end.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And there you had it, folks. We've played 90 minutes plus injury time. At the end of the allotted time, it's 3-0 in favor of the Roaring Lions. Goal scored by Jermaine Hughes in the 6th and the 41st minute, and then we had a third goal scored by John to put the score 3-0. But all in all, a good game. Well played there by the youngsters there from the Lymers as well. They were playing with their goalkeeper there, Daniel Bailey, sorry. He's wearing a number 1 jersey on field, and they're playing with a makeshift goalkeeper. Acquitted themselves well, minute in the grand scheme of things. Your final thoughts?
Yes, Tony, it was pretty much an interesting game. We've seen the Lions pretty much dominated the first half and the second half. They scored 3 goals. But I must say that the Lymers did well to hold their fit. They played with exactly 11 men, and they come down to 10, and their coach joined them. And they hold the Lions to ensure that not much goal would have scored on them tonight. So I have to give them some credit for that. So it was a very good game. I'm sure in your mind you would have maybe an idea who you want to give the MVP for tonight, but we'll have to wait and see.
Jermaine Hughes for sure for
Let's hope that
his exploits, because he really did play it well.
So
He was ever
congratulations on
present
that.
all over the field. And if I were to give anybody the man of the match, he will certainly be my man of the match for sure. But I must say kudos to the Lymers. Like I said, they were very short-handed today, and they played their heart out.
Yes, indeed.
Did a lot of running, did a lot of defending.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to do a lot of defending, and could say they were able to at least withstood the pressure, and did only allow some 3 goals. So with that, we will be back here tomorrow for a female game. The games are pick and fast, and certainly winding to the end of our season here, both male and female. But we'll be here tomorrow in the afternoon, and then certainly on Sunday with the big game, the Attackers versus the Ducks United. Both teams still jockeying for position to win this particular competition, and we do hope that you can join us then. On behalf of Remy Minute and the folks at AI Live, Vaughn, and the technical person, this is a commentator, Tony Fleming, saying peace and blessings. You have a good evening, and we look forward to being with you again shortly. Good night.